This is Ben-Gurion House. He was the first Prime Minister of Israel and is credited by many Israelis, if not most, as a positive person for the Jewish people. But he was the person that was responsible for the Nakba, for the expulsion of Palestinians, 750,000 Palestinians, and for the refusal to allow the Palestinians to return into Israel after they were expelled. He had another monumental failure, which is the declaration of the State of Israel. He declared on May 15, he declared the establishment of the State of Israel, because on that day, the British mandate was over. And he stated that by October 1st, Israel will have a constitution. We are in 2025, and Israel does not have a constitution. Not to mention that within 3 months, Israel failed to have a constitution, 3 months from May 15, but 77 years later, it doesn't have a constitution. He just ignored his own declaration. And why did he do it? Because he realized that a constitution for a democracy requires everyone to be equal. It requires separation between government and religion. It requires that the Palestinians would be equal to everyone else. That's a democracy. That's a democratic constitution. But he gave up on that idea. And that was his monumental failure. That was not his gift, as the Israelis think, for the Jewish people, the declaration of the State of Israel. He created a trajectory of constant war and violence between Palestinians and Israelis that have lasted more than 77 years. Thousands of Israelis and Palestinians lost their lives because of his failure to live up to his promise, which is to create a constitution for a democracy. He just ignored his own promise. And the Jewish people in Israel didn't really care about that. They continued with the idea of a Jewish state that has been on a trajectory of constant violence with the Palestinians. So Ben-Gurion, even though he is considered by most Israelis to be a positive person, he really is not. He is responsible for violence and for creating a trajectory of never-ending violence. This is why I am proposing creating a federal government for the people of Israel and Palestine. By the way, this is at the heart of Tel Aviv. This is on a Sabbath, by the way, where today is May 10th, and you see all these people walking and all the cars going. But be that as it may, the only thing that makes sense to give peace and security to the Palestinians and the Jewish people is to have a common federal government with common sense, with equality for Palestinians and Israelis together, based on a constitution, based on separation between government and religion, that would be allowing the Israelis and the Palestinians to sit as normal human beings and to think together what is the best way to give peace and security to the Palestinian people and the Israeli and the Jewish people and all other religions. Thank you.